Recognize the member for Beaches East York.
Thank you very much. Speaker, as a former lifeguard, I saw firsthand the importance of swimming lessons. The Life Saving Society of Canada says swimming is a life skill that all children need to learn. Red Cross says learning to swim saves lives. With hotter summers, more people are jumping into a pool or a lake to cool off. But unfortunately, not everyone survives. Close to 200 people drown every year in Ontario, as well as hundreds of ER visits and hospitalizations for non-fatal drowning incidents. While debating Bill 101, the Minister of Education mentioned pools in TDSB schools, saying he is very sympathetic to the board needing assistance with that infrastructure. Speaker, my question to the Premier, how will you invest in school pools and ensure students are learning a vital life skill?
Good question.
Yes. Minister of Education.
Yeah, it's a very good question. I appreciate the question from the member. I have said, and the Premier has also been very clear to me that look, some of the historical infrastructure in places like Toronto, where pools were built in cooperation with the municipality, and the municipality at some point decided to no longer support that there would have to be special accommodation for that. At the same time, life-saving skills like swimming, we saw in Dryden, I think last year, a number of other instances. The Mayor of Dryden was very, very expressive at last year's AMO conference that the province had to assist, and we said that we would look at ways of adding into the curriculum additional opportunities for kids, not only in Toronto, but across the province, to have access to life-saving swimming classes. So it is something that we're working on right now. I know some people will suggest that there are other ways to do this, but just given the instances that we saw last summer, I think it is incumbent on us to see what help we can do, and if we can provide that through the education system, at least in part, we will.
Back to the member for Beaches East York.
Speaker, we have a serious shortage of lifeguards in Ontario. The TDSB now needs 2 lifeguards on deck to align with Ontario pool regulations. School swim programs need more staff to continue. In beautiful Beaches East York, swimming lessons, part of the elementary curriculum, have gone from once a week to bi-weekly or monthly. Fewer lifeguards also means fewer swim teams. I know the members from Eglinton Lawrence, Willowdale, York South-Weston, Scarborough Agincourt, and York Centre are also very concerned about their school pools. Speaker, my question to the Premier, given that swimming is a life skill and that we all want to reduce drownings in Ontario, what is your plan to solve the lifeguard shortage at schools?
Minister of Education.
Speaker, this is not just a problem in Toronto, right? I know that when my daughters were learning to swim, we don't have pools in our high schools or in any of our schools in Stouffville. So my wife and I had to go to the local community centre, and that's where we had swimming lessons with our children. And we used other community resources in order to give our children that opportunity, right? So not every school in this province, in fact, very, very few, have access to pools right within their schools. So, is there something that we can do to handle those challenges in Toronto? Absolutely. But more importantly than that, Madam Speaker, this is something that we have to work on province-wide. We have seen an alarming increase over the last number of years. And again, I reiterate, the Mayor of Dryden made a very, very, very passionate appeal on behalf of a number of communities where he had been seeing things that he was unhappy with. And we made a commitment then that we would work within our school system to at least help. But it's not just the school system, right? We have to work within our communities because not everybody, as I said, has access to a pool. And we have to find other ways of delivering this program.